Hello, everyone. My name is Yolanda McCullum, and this is Financial Aid 101, Navigating Your Financial Aid Portal. We have our financial aid portal is our gateway for students to access their information from the financial aid department. This is where you will view your required documents, you will upload those documents, and you would also accept, decline, or modify your loans. We have used or chosen to use like the stop sign method. The red stands for documents that need and cannot be moved forward. So these are the documents that are required. The yellow are the documents that's waiting for you to act. You may have started them, but you didn't complete them. And the green light means moving forward. You have completed it, and now we're ready for your aid to get processed. Now, here's where we need to go to our portal. You would log on to your My Henderson using your username and password that was given to you on your acceptance letter. As a freshman, you might have that. If you're a sophomore through your senior year, if you can't remember, you may need to contact Help Desk. They will assist you with that. Next, you will go to the Financial Aid tab once you get in there. So this way, you would be able to get into this is the only way to get into your portal is through the financial aid tab. You will then, once you click on the tab, see in blue writing, here's where you go to your financial aid portal. Next, this will be your login going into your portal. You are going to put in that same username password that you were given, and this is where it will go and allow you to go into the portal. Once you are in, here's our first stop. This is where you will be, it's left up to you to take care of your documents. And you will see the red box many times. It says documents requiring attention. And this where if you call us here at the financial aid office, this is where we'll say there's a red box and all you would need to do is click onto that. Once you click on, you will see the other red box that says missing documents. Here is an example of the missing documents that a student may have. So this is like stop, these are the required documents. So you'll see that red light pretty much is our symbol for that. Next here is where we're going to go and discuss accepting and declining and maybe even just modifying. You may not want as much of the loans that you've been offered, but you may want to modify the amount. Here's the caution. Here's where you have decided we've already done part of it. You took care of your FAFSA. You received your award letter. Now you will have to accept the loans. It will be on this highlighted yellow. When you're in your portal, you will see this highlighted in yellow. When you click on it, it'll be a drop-down box that will then show you how much aid you're receiving. It's for the year. So when you do click on that, if you do modify, you have to modify based on the year. If you accept it, then it will take the whole amount and then they will split by semesters, but it will be for the whole year. If you decline it, it is by the entire year. So make sure that you know exactly how much you would want for your aid. Once you click on there, then you will see that it is now a teal green color. This is where you will know now, as you see even above, it's in the green go light, that you have successfully completed accepting, declining, or modifying your loans. And once you've done that, it will turn this color. Let's discuss your portal, you will see this number below your name, and it is a high number. That's just the cost of attendance. It is not your bill. The cost of attendance is shown for the full year, so that number might be high, but everything is for the full year. If you split it in half, that number would be a little better than 12,000. But this is a number that we have and we're required to have so that we could go on and have an estimate that's not only based on your tuition and fees, but other personal living expenses or travel costs, different other things that will many students find themselves needing to use. So just if you have questions, just contact us in the financial aid office. This concludes our video for navigating our portal. And if you have any questions, please contact us by phone, or you could come to our office, or you can go on and reach us by email, which is at financialaid@hsu.edu. Thank you so much. We are going to move on to Financial Aid 101, navigating your dynamic forms. Here you will also go using your student portal. You would go and get to your portal by way of the previous video on navigating to your portal. This is where you would also go to take care of your required documents in dynamic forms. If you recall, in the previous video, we showed you where you would go to the red box that will show you to get into your required documents. We ask that you click on the actual document so that you may be able to go to dynamic forms. Please do not submit documents using the upload button to your right that's highlighted in yellow. Once you click on the actual document, you will see this window pop up above. Then we would like for you to click the document again. So then this way, when you click that document in that little window, you will be taken to this sign-on page. And this, yet again, is where you would add your username, password. It will take you into dynamic forms. Here is where we have our caution. Because you are beginning action, we really need you to complete the document. We have chosen to use verification worksheet because usually that's the one that we need all students, when you've been selected for verification, to do first. So this is going to be where you read this top portion, read those particular directions, and follow those. So then this way, with the verification worksheet, the student gets it started. It's a two-person document, so the student will start it. And then here's where they would put their parent's first name, the last name, as well as their parent's email address. Then we move on to the document itself. The document itself is where the student will see their name, but they will have to physically put in their student ID number. So please be aware of what your ID number is. And it is not the number of your email. You have your own student ID number. Next section is the marital status section. And this is where the student needs to, utilize, it's a Dropbox of what their parents' marital status is. Their parent might be, if they are married, we need the date that they got married. If they're divorced, we need the date that they got divorced. And sadly, if they're widowed, we need the date that they became widowed. So please be mindful of that. We really request that students get with their parents and they take care of this together if possible. The next section is the household section. This section is where the student will go on and list their name first and the fact that they're attending Henderson. Then they will list their parents' name and if there are other members in the family. They have to also include the ages of the members as well as how they're related to them. Next, the student will click the box that best represents what they did in that tax year. If they did not work, if they did not file taxes, there's boxes for that and you would click it. The student will then go down to the very bottom of the page and then they would go and sign it. The date will show up and then they must submit the form. In order for their parent to receive it to their email, they must submit. I know a lot of people get confused and they believe that if they submit too soon, it will be incomplete, but that is not how this is set up. Here's the parent's action. Once the student submits it and it goes to the parent will also be required to create an account, which is username, password. This will bring the form for them to see and they will complete. And this is where they would put in their taxes. They would click which box is best fit for them. And once they click the box, then they can either upload the taxes or if they went through the data retrieval tool, they just click that particular box. The parent then will go down to the very bottom and they would sign and submit the document as well. So then this way you have where the student has already signed, the parent will sign, and then they would submit. And we at our final green light go, hooray, you have completed the document. This is the message you would receive once it has been completed. You would be able to view it to go and make sure your documents are good, but we know now that everything is complete at this point once you receive this message. I hope this was very helpful to all of you. This concludes our dynamic forms. We just used the one main form, but as before and as always, if you need assistance, please contact the financial aid office, either by phone or you could come in and ask us questions or by email, which is financialaid@hsu.edu.